let it flow out. Yeah. Rivers of living water, flowing just like a stream. Rivers of living water, that flow from the inner being. Rivers of living water, everyone that believes. Filled with the Holy Spirit, there's nothing more than I need. Rivers of living water, yeah. Rivers of living water, rivers of living water, rivers of living water. Rivers of living water, rivers of living water, rivers of living water.
Higher than helicopters, won't it? Go get your partners then. Sharper than box cutters, like damn, you out the lions den. I did. Rivers of living water, we flowing, kin. Can't believe what you don't see, but feel this power like you feel the wind. Aha moment, we really own it. Pray you condone it. Save me and my brother and my other brother, that's a bonus. Started with something broken, then flourished into something real. Love replaced with hate, I put my faith over on how I feel. I've been commanded by my general to set up shop to get a demon pop if he get caught roaming around my lot. Tormented for years, the change ain't clear. Time for a revamp. Knock the devil goofy on the canvas. We got
rivers of living water, flowing just like a stream. Rivers of living water, that flow from the inner being. Rivers of living water, everyone that believes. Filled with the Holy Spirit, there's nothing more than I need. Rivers of living water, yeah. Rivers of living water, rivers of living water, rivers of living water. Rivers of living water, rivers of living water, rivers of living water.
I think it's time we put our hands to the plow. You keep on planning and planning, but bro, they needing it now. I got this living water in me, came to preach to the crowd. You know his word ain't never void, so stop avoiding your vow. Hey, yeah, we out here on the front lines, right there in the thick of it. Y'all be out here fronting for nothing, cousin, I'm sick of it. Acting like you care for people, won't hop out to pray for them. That's why people doubt us and thinking everyone take from them. If love ain't what you bringing for the gangsters and the heathens, then it's pointless where you point them. Ain't no power in your preaching. Hey, my life has changed, man. God, he came and swooped me up and cleaned me up. I seen enough to know I need his
rivers of living
love.
water,
Yeah.
flowing just like a stream. Rivers of living water, that flow from the inner being. Rivers of living water, everyone that believes. Filled with the Holy Spirit, there's nothing more than I need. Rivers of living water, yeah. Rivers of living water, rivers of living water, rivers of living water. Rivers of living water, rivers of living water, rivers of living water. It's that overflow. Let my soldiers flow. We lift up the name of Jesus Christ and what we wrote it for. Put this on your hard drive, guarantee you get an overload. Focus on the Father's will, yeah, that's where my focus goes. Walk the Sea of Galilee, fighting principalities. I know Satan mad at me cause he can't have my family. I'm not gonna stop running this race until I finish it. I know what the mission is, what the Great Commission is. All across America, take it to Afghanistan. I trust in the Holy Spirit, you can keep your magic, man. Baptize me with fire, put me under, I submit to you. Come up out the water, with this new life I commit to you. I was empty, I was thirsty, I was dry. I'm more alive than ever with living water inside. Rivers of living water, flowing just like a stream. Rivers of living water, that flow from the inner being. Rivers of living water, everyone that believes. Filled with the Holy Spirit, there's nothing more than I need. Rivers of living water, yeah. Rivers of living water, rivers of living water, rivers of living water. Rivers of living water, rivers of living water, rivers of living water.
Bye to the anguish, bye to the tears, bye to the many heartbreaking years, bye to a hopeless feeling inside, bye to a love that won't tell me blind, bye to the many words that you said, bye to the lies that stayed in my head, bye to a song that's singing in me, 'cause now I know better. Healing isn't all that famous. Healing isn't all that popular. Healing isn't what they said it was. 'Cause time hasn't healed on my wounds.
time could heal everything. If that's true, then why I run circles just like a wedding? Why? I need proof I do, cause I've been falling crazy. Trying my best to be all in, baby. But my mind still be roaming. I feel so lonely, like you ain't called me lately. I got no map, I don't know where I'm going sometimes. But I know that it's gonna take time. Cause you step in those moments when I'm feeling desperate. You pick me up, lift me out, open my eyes to a different route. In the midst of my shame, you cry for me, be my power source when mine's giving out. Cause in your name I got victory. Forgive me for my unbelief. I just need you to send relief. But in the meantime, I'll be on my knees, Lord, please.
Turn the speakers up, man, it's time to start the show. John, Tanner, Ryan, Righteous, DJ, Jeremiah. We bringing the heat, man, this joint be fire like, bruh. We in the field, we in the field, bruh. We in the field, we in the field. Just put it in work, we raising the bar. You tuned in to the Trackstarz.
Hey, yo, what's cracking? It's your man Lecrae, aka Creasy Crayola, the bond servant. Right now, you listening to the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, and Jeremiah. I see you, boy. Hold it down. Yeah.
Yeah, back in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah was good.
All right, you know what time it is, man. Trackstarz Saturday all day. Go to trackstarzwithaz.com. Follow us on Instagram, like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and download the app. Let's get into it.
All right, man. We got some awesome guests with us today. We got DJ Lost and Found, and our person, Michelle, is in the building with us.
That's family. That's family. What's up, family?
Yeah, man.
See, everybody got the tea, man, but his background's still fire, though. Still fire. Shout out to the Lost and Found.
Oh, thank you. I'll switch over to Trackstarz.
Oh, man.
All right, so today, man, like we've been talking about the last couple weeks, we really want to bring Noteworthy segment back. People really love that segment. A lot of people said they missed it, so we're going to dedicate today to really focusing on Noteworthy. You may have seen some flyers earlier this week where we were going to do the definitive Batman movie. We didn't get a chance to see it yet, so we're going to push it to next week. So go ahead and go watch that movie. I think Jeremiah's seen it today. Ryan's going to bootleg that pretty soon, and then I'm going to try and find my way to a theater to see it this week. And then we'll come back next week, and we're going to basically be ranking the top Batman movies ever. So if that matters to you, come back and check us out. All right, so Noteworthy, if you're not familiar, Noteworthy is where we actually, you guys send us in anonymous letters, and we bring it up on the show. We discuss it as a family with you guys that are listening as well. And all that feedback hopefully will help the person who wrote this note get a better understanding. Hopefully, you're using the Holy Spirit and your knowledge of the Bible, not just your opinion, but, anything helps. And we're just trying to give advice to give people out there, a sense of hope. Sometimes, like, you may not know how many Christians, like real solid Christians, are around you. Sometimes a lot of people feel like they're by themselves. So bring your problems, and especially for a lot of people, even young people, they have trouble asking for help, right? They don't want to tell their parents that they're dealing with, porn issues, or, it's just a weird thing to talk about. Or maybe they don't have solid Christians around them, so they don't feel comfortable bringing these things up to them. But you can bring it up to us, and we'll try and help you as best as we can. So y'all ready?
Yeah.
So this first one is a little crazy. Let me see if I can bring it up for y'all. All right. So can y'all see that?
Yep.
Okay. So this one says, where are all the real saved black women at? All right. Michelle, you okay?
Carry on.
Okay.
Carry on.
All right, this one says, good evening, Trackstarz. My name is Tracy, and I'm a very big fan of the show. I know everybody loves Line for Line, but my favorite segment is Noteworthy because it helps ordinary God-loving people like myself and my family. I need you guys' help for my little brother. I'm the oldest between the two of us. As a legit saved black woman, I'm very concerned about what is going on with him. So let me tell you the three of you what's going on. My little brother got saved a few years back, and he was heavy into the conscious community, but by the grace of God, he realized what it was and got out of it. He is a believer, but it's been hard for him to find a legit saved black woman. He desires to be with a black woman that don't wear a lot of makeup and has her own hair. I asked about dating outside of the race, and he said he really believes he needs to be with a black woman. But recently, he had bad experiences with black women in our city. He told me about 3 incidents that blew my mind. The first incident, he was talking with a black woman he met online. He said everything was cool at first, but then after their first date, she started asking him for money. She would say stuff like, if you want to really be with me, you have to pay my phone bill because it costs to talk to her. She also asked him to pay her light bill. After those 2 requests, he stopped talking to her. The second black woman was nice, he told me. He liked her, but she acted ratchet with her friends. They were at a church singles event, and the DJ played a secular instrumental under gospel music. He told me her friends started twerking and dancing very suggestive on other men. They stopped the music, and he told me he left right before they stopped, and he never spoke to her again. The third black woman he told me about had great conversation with him, and they had a good time on their first date, but after she just was focused on her job and her career. She was too busy to do anything with my brother. So he stopped talking to her, which leads me to ask for help because I'm married. I'm a married woman, and I want my little brother to find the best black woman God has for him. I'm just scared he might give up on finding a virtuous black woman. Please help. All right, so since then, my wife is crowded around me for some reason. Do you have something to say?
Come on, Alfie.
Alfie was like, what are we talking about again?
She was like, what?
Alfie said, what had happened?
My wife already said, Michelle, hold it down. So you have the backing of the women of Trackstarz.
So, you know what I'm saying? Where are all these godly women? I keep hearing about them, but like, where are they? You know what I'm saying? Like, this young man just got saved. He's trying his best to live for God, and they just not nowhere to be found. Where are y'all?
Are you talking to me? Oh, okay. Praise the Lord. So, you said he had just got saved, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's working through some things, right? Which means he's not perfect, right?
Oh my gosh.
And all jokes aside, like I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm trying to make it light. But in all honesty, none of us are perfect. And granted, he wants a good godly woman, but we want good godly men as well. So there may be some things that he needs to work through to be the man that someone needs, just as there are some things that a woman needs to work through to be the woman that he needs. Additionally, you have to keep in mind that everybody you go out on a date with is not meant to be your girl, your dude, your husband, or your wife. Some people are just experiences to let you know what you do and don't want. Then, as for I guess I'm a little hesitant about the whole ratchet thing. I think you can have people who like their ratchet and they're holy to meet. You know, there are some people that like that. They're good with their ratchet and their holy meeting. If that doesn't work for you, fine. But you have to know that black women have a spice and flavor about us. And this is no offense, no shade to any other race. I love all women of all races. You know, we stick together because we are amazing creatures. But at the end of the day, we have a different flavor and spice about us. So it's interesting that you say you want a black woman, but some of those things, I mean, I'm not saying twerking, even though it may come natural with some people. But honestly, twerking is not a problem in the bedroom.
Oh,
and when you're married, let me. Hey.
When
you're married.
Hey.
when you're married, okay, I think it's fine. When you're married, the bedroom's undefiled. Go ahead and twerk for your husband. Because if you're twerking for him, then you ain't got to worry about nobody else doing it. Yeah. I'm just saying.
So
I'm just saying.
Seems like a lot of people are having problem with the not so much makeup and the real hair comments, and wondering like, what does that have to do with being godly?
I don't know, because I love the Lord.
As you pull.
Well, here's the thing. I would say this real quick. Based off what Sean read, it feels like coming out of the conscious community. He said he's come out of that. Like he's got saved from it and everything. Out of the conscious community, a lot of women will probably, that he's used to is maybe natural. You know what I'm saying? Natural, not wearing a lot of makeup. So maybe that's something he used to, and that's something that he desires, that he still wants in a wife. You know what I'm saying? So I know I didn't see that as a bad thing. That's his preference. I didn't see that as a bad thing. So what do you say to that? Anybody would say that to that?
I mean, one thing, I think he can definitely go to certain types of churches where I don't know the denominations, but I know that I had a coworker who she was Christian, but she said she don't wear earrings, she don't wear makeup, everything natural. So if you find that type of church, maybe that gives you, a net to pick from. But also, I mean, online, you got so many different communities that you could join that might help out as well,
Gotcha.
Yeah, sound kind of Pentecostal, and no shade to, I got family in Pentecostal realm. At the end of the day, yeah, I mean, you're right, y'all right. If that's what he wants, then that's fine. Or maybe he just needs deliverance from that. Maybe he's still not fully delivered. And honestly, honestly though, to be totally honest, and this is no shade to the young lady who is, very concerned about her brother and his relationship. But at the end of the day, Lord, please allow me to say this in a loving way. At the end of the day, you are his sister, so you see him differently than these women. He's telling you his side, but if you were the woman dating your brother, you would see a different side of him than you see as his sister. Additionally, we really don't know how a female may feel with a sister being that involved in her brother's relationship. Again, we know that you care, but to that extent, that might be something that in the future could potentially cause issues when he finds, I'm going to be hopeful and say when he finds the woman for him. So I did want to throw that out there.
I think this one is hitting a lot of buttons because I haven't heard anybody say this before. I mean, usually the problem is there ain't enough godly men. Usually the churches are filled with women that are working for, helping people and serving in the church, and guys are hard to come by. So the fact that she's saying that he's having a hard time. Now, I will say that you may have heard similar feelings from the Trackstarz when we were single, right? There were some times where we felt like it was impossible to find people that appreciated godly men and, saw us for what our value and all that kind of stuff, especially Ryan Righteous. Like, there's a video, allegedly there's a video of us complaining about this around Valentine's Day. So I understand the sentiment. It's wrong, and we were wrong too, because we found awesome godly women. But it can feel like that sometimes when he only mentioned 3 people, so they don't represent all the women in the world. There's a ton of godly women out here waiting for godly men to show up and do what they're supposed to do.
Sean, be born. I have a question for Sean and Ryan, and this is a question for y'all. We were, quote unquote, the good guys of the church, right? So what if this guy, right, is a good guy, quote unquote, of his church, right? Or not church, but between him and his sister, he's a quote unquote a good guy. So if he sees a woman that he maybe is interested in, but she starts twerking ratchet for you guys, would you have continue to date her, or would you be like, nah, that's not me?
Okay, let's get. So there are some. I will say this. There are some things that, you know, kind of can be red flags that women may not be aware of. So I understand him, you know, being like, oh, we're at a singles event and she's out here twerking to secular music may not be the best sign in the world. And I'm not going to say that I didn't look at that stuff too, but the difference is that what you're trying to do is you're trying to figure out who that woman of God is on the inside. If this is some sort of chronic problem or some sort of like indication that her heart just is lusting after, you know, people wanting people to see her body, there's a difference between that and there being something that's like, okay, I know her heart though, and that's just something that she's doing. It may not be a reflection of who she really is, you know. So what I believe is you're supposed to be looking for somebody who is uniquely designed for you, and if that's not her, she's still your sister. She's still your sister in Christ. Doesn't mean she's not a good Christian. She's just not for you, right? So don't denigrate her on the way out. Yeah, somebody's gonna love her. She's gonna be somebody's wife one day. So as her brother, you shouldn't say negative things about her. But that's just maybe not your mix. You know, Ryan was looking for something specific. Jeremiah was looking for something specific. I was. So there's somebody I believe that God is designing for you that. Like Ryan, I don't know how Ryan found Toya because she was uniquely designed for Ryan. Like no question about it, uniquely designed. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta just keep looking.
Ryan, you quiet. Come on, bro. What's going on?
You don't want to get in trouble.
Yes. No. It's good. So I think what's going on here is I hear a little bit about his perception of women versus where it could be a mix. His perception of salvation, I think, is a little off, and I think his perception of his preferences, not perception. I'm sorry, his perception of Christianity is a little bit off, or salvation is a little off, and I think he's mixing his preference, right, into something that has nothing to do with whether or not a person is saved or not. And I'll say that the first thing is you never know. I always talk about people being a product of their environment. I was very conservative when I was a single Christian man until I started realizing that people are just products of their environment. They may love Jesus with all their heart, but they may also be from a different place. They may be from a different culture where, they talk slang. And so it may come off as ratchet to some people, but it may not be at all. It may be that they're some of the most godly people walking the earth. And I think about that because you see people who come from environments of poverty, right? This young lady who was out there trying to better herself. She's focused on her career. She may be getting, another degree or something. And he's saying that she didn't have time for him. It could be because she's studying and she's trying to not go back into a situation that she saw her family come from, or she's trying to bring her family up with her. So there's different things about that. I wouldn't call that a cause for her not wanting to be. I don't even know if he thought it was, submissive or something or whatever. But in my opinion, I feel like he mixed preference with his own, version of what salvation looks like. And I think that's unfair to those women because, one of the things I thought about when Sean was reading was he was at the church, the girl started twerking, and he left and never spoke to her again. Well, that's rude in itself. Like, you can't just imagine that someone's reading your mind or they understand how you feel. Just talk to her, explain to her what happened. That probably jaded that girl after she looks around and he's gone and he never calls her again. And she probably reached out with a text message.
You turned into a bbad Christian. to
I like
her,
exactly.
She's telling her sister that, man, these Christian men
I
are
like
terrible.
this. I like how we just like the dude is the bad guy now. Like
From her perspective, when she went home, she was like, yo, we were at this event. We were having a good time and he just bounces on me. From her perspective, he's a terrible dude.
He ghosted her. Right. Okay. He ghosted her.
We have a comment. We have a few comments. One comment says, me being a pastor and single, I had to look at the behavior because it can reflect poorly on me. So if she's not like showing that correct behavior, then I had to leave her alone.
Yeah, but there's a godly Christian way to leave somebody alone. You don't just walk out.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if if this was a brother talking to his sister, a young sister, and the young sister gave him stories of men that was doing the exact same thing, I don't think we would be the same way. If you get what I'm saying.
Well, okay, but even if, I mean, there's a responsibility as a man biblically to lead, right? So your responsibility is you're seeking out this wife, right? So you have a little bit of a different role in the situation than a woman would. If a woman walked out on a guy that was in there cussing and sea walking, like, then you'd be like, okay, for her safety, she got up out of there. That's fine. But you as a man, like, you have a little bit more of a duty to, you know, you have more responsibility.
Yeah, we've changed. We've changed already.
I mean, but you know, but my thing is when you go to a Christian wedding and they put on the wobble
looking
song,
up like, we changed right now.
But listen, when you go to a Christian wedding, right, and they put on the wobble song, all these Christian women get out there and start wobbling. They're moving all kinds of body parts, right? So he may even think that that's not something that you do as a saved Christian, and it's totally something that you do as a saved Christian. Because my wife and all her friends go to weddings all the time, and they get on the dance floor, and I sit back and hold the purse. I'm not getting out there to dance and embarrass myself. But all I'm saying is like, and I'm okay with it. I'm cool with it. Now the fact that the wobble song lyrics are what they are bothers me a bit, but I understand the beat is catchy and all that kind of stuff. So,
but again, it's fine for you not to like that. Doesn't mean that girl is a bad person.
Yeah.
DJ Lost and Found, what you think, man?
So for me, twerking is my love language, so I'm good with that. But I mean, it's different ways you can go, man. I understand him, you know, running away from the situation and that lady, but I think that there's definitely somebody out there for him. I think you gotta cash in that wide. You can't just look to different ways. I met my wife on Christian Mingle, you know what I mean? So
dope.
I
you
saw,
back.
Yeah, and I saw a lot of women. Like one woman, she was 10 years older than me. She was like, "I'll take care of you." You know what I mean? You ain't got to do nothing. You just be with me. I'm like, red flag though. Red flag.
That's a whole nother topic.
Red flag. So
I'll be back for that one.
It's coming to that though.
Jesus.
It's
coming to that. Yeah, it's coming to that.
Sugar mamas that love
happy to hear
Jesus.
that. Somebody's gonna
come
be
to
very
that. But I think it's.
I got a homeboy who would love to hear that.
The biggest thing I think is his approach. Have you prayed about it? You know, for myself, when I was looking, I prayed about it, and then you know, a month later, I meet my wife. So, I think that's the big thing: is have you gone through the avenues that you're supposed to?
Yeah, I would say this: if he was sitting here in front of me, what I would tell him is, stop worrying about what they're doing wrong. Your prayers should be focused on what do I need to do to be a better husband for my wife, right? Constantly worrying about what the women are doing and doing wrong. That's not gonna work. Like I remember when Ryan found Toya, he had all these things that he was, you know, didn't want and didn't like and didn't do this, but then like God just dropped this miracle in front of him, and all those things that you complain about, it just goes away once you find your actual wife. So you have maybe a short amount of time to get yourself to be the husband you're supposed to be. That should be your main focus. Become who you're supposed to be. That's it. That's your job. And if you do that, again, you're gonna look to your left, to your right, and you're gonna be like, "Oh snap, that's my wife right there. We're aligned." You know what I mean?
And I think another thing is that every woman, like I think Michelle said it best, every woman that you date doesn't mean that's your wife. And then also that it's so much stuff to unpack in here, because I think somebody said it on our call because I think somebody say, how do you know God has called you to just date a black woman, marry a black woman?
Oh, yeah,
so that's another
there's
wow.
definitely nothing biblical about sticking to one race or another like that. There's nothing godly about that. So.
No, but that goes back to what I say about your environment, your culture. Like those are things that you're raised around, you know? And so I had a friend who is married to a white woman, but that's because he was raised around a lot of that. That was his culture that he lived in, you know? I went to predominantly black schools and HBCUs, and I could see from different, things that I observed that this was in the area, a space that I felt comfortable in an area that I wanted to date, and something that I wanted to share with somebody who I wanted to share my life with.
Yeah.
So, but it's just a lot. It's before I let you go, it's just a lot of stuff to unpack in this because it's the dating perspective, it's his preference, it's what his sister would want for him. You know what I mean? Like, because you could tell her concern is that she wants a good woman for him, like that, and that's a good concern for any
legitimate.
sibling situation. So there's a lot of stuff to unpack. And I think at the end of the day, you can't limit God for what He wants to do in your life. You can, but you can be like like I would say marriage is a blessing. Yeah. Marrying the right person is a blessing. If you marry the wrong person, it can feel like a curse. It can feel like a curse. But I think at the end of the day is you just have to realize that certain stuff that you think is important is really not important. Yeah. You know what I mean? Minor stuff. You know what I mean?
He'll get there as he grows, though. I think as he continues to grow in Christ, I think he will get there. No, I'm going to say it positively. He's going to get there, but he's not there at this time. Just like a lot of us, we're always ever evolving, and he might he doesn't want somebody who twerks in this season, but that not twerking might get old. So y'all gonna get old together. Kids gonna move out the house. You gonna wish she had twerked, but that's a whole different story.
Well, let's answer her question literally. Like, so we heard where DJ Lawson found his wife. Jeremiah, how did you find your wife?
The same. We was at church, and we were serving church, and yeah.
Ryan Righteous, where'd you find your wife?
We were at church.
That's just one answer. If you're having trouble finding a good wife at your church and they're all kind of crazy, maybe you're not at the right church.
Amen.
Possible. If your church is producing that kind of fruit, maybe the church has a bigger issue.
I didn't want to go there. That's a deeper discussion for another day. But the church plays a role. They haven't taught us how to date, but I'm going to let you carry on.
Yeah, no, you're right.
No, church and taught us a lot of things.
Yeah, a part of this is it's the church's responsibility to make sure people are prepared. Prepare for that time of your life. It's one of the most difficult things you're going to have to go through as a person is navigating that single landscape and finding a spouse. It's difficult trying to avoid sin, trying to stay out of bad relationships, trying not to get stuck in a bad relationship for a long time, wasting your time, like staying out of abusive relationships. Like it's really controlling your passions. It's one of the hardest things you're ever going to have to do. And the church really needs to do a better job of talking about it. That's why we're doing stuff like this. I'd say 70% of the questions we get are relationship related or sexual control related. So obviously there's something missing. People are not getting what they need from church if they're struggling with this so much. Luckily we had each other, me, Ryan, and Jeremiah, to kind of help each other with some of the hardest parts, of this journey. But not everybody has that. Not everybody has that accountability and that support system. So I understand. But if you have questions, again, the way to do it is trackstarz.com/noteworthy. We're opening back up. So again, it's anonymous. This person happened to put their name in. You don't have to. We don't see who you are. We don't even know your email. I don't capture any of that stuff. It's truly, truly anonymous. So send in your notes if you have any questions. If you want to send one in for somebody else who's shy or whatever, do that because we're going to focus on it a lot more and help more people out. We good?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Let's get back into it. You in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.
Hey guys, this is Miracle from Trackstarz. I wanted to make sure you guys know all about the official Trackstarz Universe. So, if you'd like a free Trackstarz t-shirt, yes, as well as free merch, discounts, and exclusive content, and of course, direct access to your favorite radio host, then this is for you. Make sure you go to trackstarz.com/official. That's trackstarz.com/official.
I was in the darkness, then you made it light. Yeah, I was living wrong, but then you made it right. I know that the devil tried to take me out. I'm so grateful to the Father that I made it out. I made it out. Then you showed me what this grace about. Was on the wrong path, then you changed my route. And you showed me I could make it out. And I made it. I was so gone, I was so lost, and I was so wrong, yeah. Thought I was living, but that wasn't living, man. I was so out of control, yeah. I was so focused on money and women that I started losing my soul. The devil was slowly taking my soul, and I ain't even know. I was so low, I hit the ground, I'm talking rock bottom. Then I realized, man, you got a lot of problems. I don't know if there's anybody who can solve them. Then I met Christ, he turned my life from all for the odds. Over and over again, you cover my tail, you fix my mistakes. You kept me from hell by giving me grace. You broke all the chains and opened the gates. You kept it so real when they were so fake. And that's why I never stopped seeking your face. They called me a loser, but you called me great. They thought it was over, but you made a way. I was in the darkness, then you made it light. I was living wrong, but then you made it right. I know that the devil tried to take me out. I'm so grateful to the Father that I made it out. I made it out. Then you showed me what this grace about. Was on the wrong path, then you changed my route. And you showed me I could make it out. And I made it out.
I caught the blood and I made it out. I trust in the Lord in all of my ways. I gave him my faith that he made a route. Oh, by the sound like the day is out. Lift up his name and I say a proud. No more chains on my neck. C.O.G. I'm full of faith. Deliver me from death like IV. If I go back, I might sneeze. A little more grace as I need. To do the right thing, let's fake lead. Hey, nice. His action brought me to the light. I fell in love. That's the passion of the Christ. I ride with the Lord, yeah, the Elohim. Synchronized like a melody. If you're not matching my energy, I move with solid respectfully. I'm not a bike, you can pedal me. I'm a new car with no debt on me. I made it live with no death on me. I made it out, there's no end of me.
I was in the darkness, then you made it light. I was living wrong, but then you made it right. I know that the devil tried to take me out. I'm so grateful to the Father that I made it out. I made it out. Then you showed me what this grace about. Was on the wrong path, then you changed my route. And you showed me I could make it out. And I made it.
It's time for the Entertainment Report with Jeremiah.
Entertainment report time. Let's get it going. What's going on, everybody out there in the Trackstarz Universe? Thank y'all for watching us, man. We appreciate y'all. Yo, we got some good news, bro. Gemstones is back. Y'all know who Gemstones is? The Chi-Town native known for his bars and flows, making music. Again, rumor has it he's got 2 albums on the way, and either one or both may be slated for June release. He posted a dope black and white picture with the date 6/17/22, 2 albums. I mean, the caption said 2 albums, hashtag y'all welcome. All right, so for those who don't know about Gemstones, one used to be with Lupe Fiasco, and then he got saved. You know what I mean? I think it was Gemini as where he was with Lupe, and then he got saved, and then he became Gemstones, and then he signed a deal with Exist Music. Now, I don't know if that deal was a Death Row contract because he hasn't been putting out a lot of music ever since that situation. Hopefully not, you know what I'm saying? But if you want to go check his stuff out, he has an album called Blind Elephant, and he has a mixtape named Elephant in the Room that you can go check out. I guarantee you're going to be like, yo, where has this dude been? He's dumb nice, you know what I mean? So we're excited about that. I know for all the lyrical miracle people out there and all those people who want bars, Gemstones bring it straight from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? All right. We Love Christian Awards recap. Andy Mineo won the Hype Award this year for the urban/rap album of the year for Neverland 2. The We Love Christian Awards is new release today award show. He beat out AI The Anomaly, So Acrylic, Aaron Cole 2 Up 2 Down, Hobie Christopher, and Indie Tribe Upper Hand. What y'all think about that? What y'all think? Okay. I thought Indie Tribe would have won that.
I didn't hear what you said, honestly.
Oh, okay. I'm saying he beat out AI, Aaron Cole, Hovey, and Indie Tribe, and he won album of the Hype Award, which is the rap album of the year. So Social Club Misfit took home a win for rap hip hop song of the year for their track Without, featuring Riley Clemens. They beat out Hovey's Reasons, KB Worship in the Mosh Pit, Tory Deshawn's Scam Likely, and One Day and Portia Love's Don't Worry About It. So yeah, so that's crazy. But some dope sides, I was saying they didn't win these categories, but it's good to see the Christian hip hop artists in this space. Andy Mineo was up for Male Artist of the Year, and Wande was up for Female Artist of the Year. So shout out to them, man. All right. TikTok is under investigation practically since the beginning of the social media platform TikTok. There has been intense criticism that it has drastic effect on children, and now an official investigation will seek to uncover if those claims are true. According to recent reports, the California Attorney General has just launched an official investigation to determine if TikTok is to blame for negatively impacting children. The LA Times reported California Attorney General Rob Bonata has launched a complete nationwide investigation into TikTok that alleges risks and harms it poses to children. The investigations will include how TikTok has purposely tried to increase the time and frequency that minors use the popular app, how much the company is aware of the potential harm it may be causing to minors, and if any consumer protection laws have been violated. So what do y'all think, man? Y'all think TikTok is out here hurting the kids?
You heard? I heard about I heard the fact that TikTok actually its algorithm gives children in its native country all the educational stuff when they search, right? Like when they go to their homepage, they see all educational stuff like TED Talks and things like that, like little inserts of education. And then in the United States, when our kids or we go to the homepage, we see dancing videos and, you know, silly stuff. So yeah, I do believe that's happening. I do believe it's a problem.
Ryan was the prophet of TikTok. Remember, he was one of. He was like, if you watch our show,
I just saw that early social media craze that I thought was gonna make me the next investor in Microsoft, like a first-time investor of Microsoft, but it didn't. I posted a video of me and Lecrae, that junk, like 100 views. That's it. I'm like, okay.
You gotta use the right hashtag.
You gotta stick with
All right, man. What you say?
I'm not interested.
All right, man. You know, this month is Women's History Month, and you know, I want to highlight women in the culture. Since this is Women's History Month, I would like to shout out the ladies of Trackstarz. We thank you. We're grateful for you. First off, I would like to shout out all the wives, Alfie, Toya, Maya, who works behind the scenes with us. You can check out Toya and Maya's podcast, Becoming Eva. But also, we have wonderful women who help out with behind the scenes stuff. So Trackstarz would like to shout out to Camille Grant, Ashley Korth, Michelle Wilson, Ruslin. I'm saying her name right?
Yep, you did.
Yes, thank y'all for everything you do. We appreciate y'all to the fullest, man. So happy awesome. Women's History Month, because you guys are definitely making history. All right, here we go. Carpet section this week.
Oh, so sweet,
Trip Lee, the end. I thought y'all gonna say yeah. Y'all just like okay.
No,
all right, so carpet section.
I wasn't ready.
No shout out for Miracle.
Miracle too. The brothers shout out every week. So all right, so carpet section. Trip Lee, the end. Jor'dan Armstrong, Church Girls Love R&B, Legacy, Leap of Faith 2, Jess Norris, Called to a Love, YP, aka Young Paul, and the Commissioner Guillotines on the East. Coop PSA single, Aha Gazelle Chain single, J Monty on Gang single, DJ Michael V has a new single. I think it's Honest. I don't know if it's is that, but you know what I'm saying. The Sean Shantae Tangle single, and last but not least, our guy DJ Lost and Found Avenue single is in the carpet section.
Yeah.
All right, man. So
can I say
a little bit about that real quick, man?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Avenue. I got an opportunity to work with Dayton and Shawan on that, and OB on the beat. Man, it's a track that try to give the people what they want. People want upbeat music, right? Yeah. And so far people have responded, and it's on track to be one of my biggest releases. So I'm really happy about that, and the opportunity to also speak about the importance of witnessing in the song, and it's kind of masked in there. If you're not listening, you might miss it. So I've had like unbelievers listen and they miss it, but they still rocking with it. So it's been good.
Got you.
Yeah. I was gonna say, bro, I love your stage name. Like, there's so much you can do with that. Like DJ Lost and Found.
Yeah.
I see you on the street. I can call you Lost. What up, Lost? You know, just
And
I
Church
think it's
Found.
such a cool. Yeah, and the fact that it's the church, you know, Christians understand what that means, but the world just, you know, knows that we all been in Lost and Found trying to find our jackets and our keys in the past.
Right.
But it's dope, bro. It's like really cool name. So, you know, I love that you picked that. That's really dope.
That's funny.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Go ahead.
No, what you gonna say?
I was gonna say it comes from actually I once was lost and now I'm found. And I just realized that recently that's in I think it's Luke 15, the story of the prodigal son, where it says that I think the son was dead and now he's alive, and then he once was lost and is found. So that's really the where it comes from.
Yep,
dope, bro.
I love
dope. All right, man. If you want to hear those songs, of course, check out our Milk playlist. CHH, the best in CHH, gospel rap, Christian rap. Is the playlist that you need to go to. Is on Spotify right now. And for all you heads out there that says, you know what, I love y'all show. I'm not really into Christian hip hop. I love R&B. We got you too. We got the Feel Good playlist. Go check that out. Also on Spotify. You know what I'm saying? And that's it for me this week. All right.
All right, let's get back into it. You in the field with the track stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Let go.
I'm riding around with the homie and knowing that under the seat they packing a 9. I show if it's registered, we get pulled over like running suicide is all on the line. I cannot tell them leave it in the crib like a binky or a blanket. Nah, probably paranoid from son they did it cause lately it feel like the streets been on fire. Either way, I'm already down for the ride. And the freaking waves from the speaker drown in my mind. I know one day I'ma probably have the biggest high, but for now it's only full course meals I can't deny. I don't know why we drinking, driving, mixing cranberry and cognac. Back here catching second hand cause they know I don't smoke that. We just tryna hang like a jacket on a coat rack. But if you touch my dog, I'm touching you, believe we own that. Something in me telling me to do better. Way too well studied, gotta choose better. Cause all of the above is really just a cop-out. Trying to fit in with peers is cruel pressure. Oh, look what I do just to be loved by you. Breaking all rules, I feel like a fool, but I can't lose myself. Trying to prove myself, I gotta choose myself before I ruin myself. I done seen it, been there the worst of things, traumatized. Can't tell you how many nights I cried from the hurting me. Cut deep since a shorty pediatric surgery. They say it's 1,000 ways to die. I could tell you 4 or 5 certainly. I remember at 13, dude slapped the glass and then he yelled as we drove off. 15 dudes grabbing, start stumping him to death. My heart was beating in my chest and I could barely feel my breath. All I could hear is echoes in my mind of him screaming help. Then audibly I heard my mama talk to me and said there's nothing that we could have done. He gone, Lord bless his soul. And I'm thinking to myself that he gotta be maybe 17, only 18 years old. Pain overdose in my brain, I just wanna be numb. How many nightmares will I have thinking it's me getting jumped? And I wonder what led on, maybe lack of love or rejection. Just trying to look for some affection from the homies. The homies. Look what I do just to be loved by you. Breaking all rules, I feel like a fool, but I can't lose myself. Trying to prove myself, I gotta choose myself before I ruin myself.
on, it's your girl Angie Rose, and if you didn't know, you're La Familia, and you're in the field with the Trackstarz.
All right, back in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. Real quick, we wanted to give our final thoughts on Jeen-Yuhs. The last episode of Jeen-Yuhs just dropped, and
what's up, boy?
I thought it was great, man. I'll let y'all talk first. I have an opinion on it. Jeremiah, you saw it first before everybody. What'd you think?
Yeah. It was heavy, man. I felt like, and I told them just a few minutes ago, I felt like it felt like the Joker movie. If you ever saw the Joker movie with I forgot his name, just slipped my mind. The recent Joker movie where it was just about him. You know what I'm saying? Not Heath Ledger. The movie where it was just about the Joker, like how he.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it started off like episode 1 was like, oh man, I feel. Man, why they didn't believe? Oh, man. Yeah, Kanye, let's go, right? And then the second one was like, oh wow, he's really like Fame is really taking him away, like from his homie, like his homie that documentary, and like they're getting apart. But it's dope. You get to see his friend is starting to do more stuff in the industry, and Cootie is starting to kill it, and he's shooting stuff and everything that is in their friendship is there, right? The third part was like, after his mother died, it was a wrap. And I was telling this to Maya, I was like, I just don't feel like he settled that yet. You know what I'm saying? And that's the sad part about it, because I feel like everything else is a covering, if you get what I'm saying. Like, he's covering up for everything else for not dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? I tell this story before, and I've said it before, like having regret that you didn't do something, or maybe the regret of like maybe you funded the situation of her getting plastic surgery, or you've done something, you were a part of that makes you be like, man, I deal with that, but I got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because even in the documentary, there was a part where they showed where he was like, they telling me to stop, to just chill. My mama want me to keep going. Yeah, she wants you to keep going, but at the same time, she would want you to like get some help about dealing with that grief, because you could tell by the documentary, his mother was his everything, period. Like like more than his father, even to a certain point, like even more than his music, honestly, I would say, because I feel like she was the go-to, she was his biggest cheerleader. You know what I'm saying? And when he lost her, it just felt like a downward spiral. And I think another thing too is we've given Kanye a pass for so much he's done. You know what I mean? And I remember people saying like, yo, we missed the old Kanye. And I was like, yeah, but the new Kanye at the same time is just like the old Kanye. It's just that you don't like what he's talking about. You don't like what he's saying. You don't like how he's talking in front of public and all that. People don't like his opinions now because they're different than what everybody would think. You know what I mean? So the third one was I felt bad. I felt hurtful for him. Like, I felt like, God, we need to pray for him, like literally, like, because it's like, even though you're hot, like to me, I told somebody recently, I was like, I feel like Kanye's the hottest rapper out right now. Like, he got a buzz, like after Donda happened, and he got with Drake, and then, you know, he's doing these singles and songs and everything, and like literally, he's got everything that for somebody in the 2000s would want right now as a rapper who came out in the 2000s would want to have like his name buzzing like that. But then also he's losing everything that he genuinely loves. You know what I mean? So that's what I saw, you know, and I was just like, God, be with him, man. Like, really change him and see that none of this stuff matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of this stuff matters. So, but that was my opinion.
Yeah, I think family is everything to Kanye. And I think that he's probably his best self when he's with his kids, right? Because I've noticed that as well. I think a lot of times we are our best selves around our kids, because especially when they're young, because you don't know what their judgment is like, right? You can't feel it. You can't. I mean, like I did something the other day where I like cut all the side, I shaved the side of my head, and I put a mohawk on, and I knew that my kids were going to be the ones that didn't have a problem with it, right? My wife it shocked her because I didn't tell her about it. I just did it. But I knew my kids weren't going to have a problem with it because I'm daddy. That's all they know. And I think Kanye is that same way with, he's probably with his kids. The cameras are off, right? He's not acting. He's not having to be anybody. He's not trying to be a philosopher or a politician or whatever he's, known as. But I think he's always had that spotlight in that camera. And one of the things that I took away from it was his relationship with Cootie. It probably changed when his mom passed away, because when you are back around things that are familiar to you and it ties to trauma, you want to kind of distance yourself. It took me years to go and speak to my dad's side of the family, because when he passed away, I didn't want to keep getting those phone calls of everybody saying, and I still get it to this day, and it does irritate me. Oh man, your father would be so proud of you, and your dad is, da 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 da. And that's great. I love to hear, that my dad is there, but I know those things, so just every time we have a conversation, it has to come to a somber place. That bothers me. And I think that's what Cootie was for Kanye, and why he kind of said, we didn't speak for 6 years. I think that Cootie was so close to his mom that was family for a very long time. Cootie, Kanye, and Donda. And I think that was probably an issue that he had. So I gathered that from the documentary. I also noticed too that when he won that Grammy, it was a totally different road for him, right? It was a totally different road for him. And I think that was the last bit of humility that he could have been held to, as if he had lost that Grammy that first year. Because in his speech, he said, they thought I would have gone crazy. They thought I would have done something. I guess we'll never know. And it's like, yeah, I paused on that moment, because I was like, wow, we definitely don't know what we do if we don't get what we want when we want it, like the things that we don't get. And then he also showed me too, through that car accident, that you can be pushed back and feel like you've had to start all over again. Because he said that Rockefeller shelved his album, that the Wire video was something he had to pay for out of pocket because they weren't around for that time. But look at how well that video did, and that's to this day I looked at it, it's still got millions and millions of views. Like, people are going back and watching it now. So I think that there was just some pivotal times in those in that documentary from 2 to 3 that showed us a different Kanye. I even noticed that his voice changed. Did y'all notice that?
Yep.
When he came out of the hospital, his voice was changed. And I was like, yo, like, how does that happen? And then I remember when Cootie said, I knew Kanye, but I ain't never met Yeezy. And I was like, wow, he's basically saying that he won't recognize his friend. And then, Cootie said that when he went to Chicago again to be a part of the Common situation, that Kanye was kind of unrecognizable. They barely even spoke to each other. So it was interesting. I thought that whole documentary was just Kanye and Kanye 2.0.
DJ, what'd you think?
100%, man. It was once you get past the brilliance, I think, of like that first episode, then you start to see the downfall of Kanye, and it's saddening, man. What you were saying, Ryan, with like his speech changing. Not only did he start off with like a super deep voice in the first episode, where I think he was faking it and kind of making his voice deeper or whatever. Yeah. So maybe it's insecurity, but then you start to see just mentally he's breaking apart. His speech patterns change, where I don't know if it's a matter of, if you stop reading after a while, your speech gets worse. But it seemed like just mentally he was breaking down, and kind of like that Joker movie, man, just getting worse and worse, plummeting, pushing the people away who, were close to you. You know what I mean? And the biggest person who came out of this was Cootie. I remember hearing his name, but I never knew who he was. So, the unfortunate come away is that Kanye, something's going on mentally with him. And I think that does even pour into how he's reacting and responding with Kim and Pete. I won't say the other name, but it's unfortunate, man. But still a genius documentary. Loved the fact that it came out and gave us that inside view of what's going on in his life.
Michelle, did you see it?
I saw all but the last one. I did not watch the very last one yet. But I do want to say my heart aches for him, because it's like you can tell, just in what we see anyway, that he is going through some mental breakdown. But I pray that God, redeems him. it's just, it's really sad, very disheartening. But yeah, it's something that's really been there. But I cannot even imagine having to heal or try to heal in front of millions of people. And not only that, these are people who want something from you. People always want music, and then they want your best music.
Yeah.
People want beats, and they want your best beats. And trying to heal in front of that, and then you need or want family, and then that's not going right. But it's really because he hasn't taken time to sit down and heal.
Yeah. I'll say this before we go. This is a Christian film. This is a Christian movie.
Yeah.
I think Coodie did an amazing job. Coodie was preaching to him when he was having rough times. The way he wraps this whole film up with basically saying God protected them when they were in the hood. God kept them for this moment. He blessed them in a way. And he flipped the whole meaning of genius. He's talking about Kanye being a genius the whole time. Kanye and Rhymefest were talking about how genius Jay-Z was. But he said, this genius comes from God. Thank you for blessing us with your genius. And flipping the whole concept to me like, wow, this was a gift to Kanye. It wasn't like Kanye just inherently is a genius. God gave them these genius gifts. And to end it with that, to me, it recontextualized the whole thing. This is a Christian film. And Coodie did such an amazing job bringing us to that point and making sure we understood. Coodie loves Kanye. And you could tell the difference between the people who are around Kanye that are kind of just like, yeah, we love you, you're a genius, whatever. Coodie, there was a moment in the film where Kanye was starting to go manic, and he was like, I've never seen him this way, and he put the camera down. And every time after that, if you notice, he doesn't talk about it anymore, but every time after that, every time Kanye is starting to go manic, he puts his camera down. And I just thought that was just so much love he showed for his friend. It's like, okay, this is not right. I'm not going to exploit my friend when he's like this. You know what I mean? So I just thought that was amazing. And really the whole thread in this whole thing was his mom. Seeing the love his mom had for him, he can never recreate that in his life. He's standing up in front of a screaming crowd saying, Kanye, Kanye. That's not the same as what his mom was showing him when she was rapping his verses. The love, the pure love he got from his mom, he can't recreate that with the crowd. He couldn't recreate that with the new people in his life, even his wife. That he could never recreate that pure love he got from his mom. And I think that's what he's struggling with now. But go check it out. It's an amazing documentary. Again, Coodie, congrats, man. This deserves an Oscar, in my opinion. It deserves all the awards. It was amazing. So, go check it out. Let us know what you think in the comments in the future. You in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Let go.
You are listening to the Trackstarz with Sean Tanner, Ryan Righteous, and DJ Jeremiah.
Right now, you in the field with the Trackstarz.
Trackstarz.
Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah.
Right now, you listening to the Trackstarz.
You know what time it is.
Hey yo, what's good? It's your boy Name Gay, you Trackstarz music artist, and you are in the field with the family Trackstarz Radio.
Trackstarz Radio.
We got it in the field. Trackstarz. Get it, got it, good.
Ain't no podcast beef. We got respect for y'all.
Yeah.
But respect the grind, baby. Respect the grind. I gotta go get the flex bombs today. Respect the grind.
What's up? It's your boy Scooty Watt, Vertmont CEO. Oh my gosh. You want to deal with Trackstarz? Let's go.
All right, back in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. What's good?
All right, for all things Trackstarz, make sure you go to trackstarswithaz.com. Make sure you check out the swag. Make sure you go to the website, the merch section, find the t-shirts, find the hats, find the mugs, and support. All right?
All right. So, again, this is Noteworthy Day. We got another Noteworthy for you guys. So, everybody buckle up. Let's give this person some advice. Are y'all ready for this one?
This is a doozy.
All right, here we go. Porn dilemma. Good morning, Trackstarz from London, England. I've been watching the show for years on YouTube since I was a teen. Thank you for what you do for Christian rap, for the Christian rap community. I heard the show last week and I heard you were bringing back Noteworthy, and I'm caught in a dilemma. I hope you can help me. For so many years, I had an up and down struggle with porn where I got help for in the past. Now I'm a leader at a recovery center that helps others with addiction. And I don't want to let them know about my recent struggle because I might lose my job, and I really love helping people. My dilemma is not just that, but I found out my 21-year-old female cousin was in the porn I saw. She told our family that she was doing modeling, and we were happy for her and prayed for her to be protected in the modeling industry. I had no idea she was doing porn. I have a problem on my hands. If I tell my family about my cousin, then they will know I watch porn again. Then they will feel like I messed up. I don't know what to do. Should I approach my cousin and talk to her? Should I just come clean with everybody? Should I just stop being a wanker? Please help. If I just cursed, I apologize. I don't know what that means.
I think it means jerk off.
No, yeah, I know. I'm just joking. So what do we have to say for our buddy in London?
Jeez,
it's a tough
one.
It's tough.
That's
tough.
Lose situation.
Did he mention that he would
Ray West?
Did he mention that he would go to his cousin and just have a conversation with her?
He said that was one of the options, yeah.
Well, y'all,
because I imagine
jokes in the comment section. I'm sorry, Brian.
I imagine that's probably a secret that they would keep between the two of them. No,
is that the right answer though?
I mean, it's not, but it might be a eye opener for her and an eye opener for him to be like, yo, we might need to hold each other accountable on this situation.
No, that sounds like you want to hide, not hold each other accountable.
Nah, like
I won't tell if you won't tell.
Like it would be really embarrassing to find out that your male cousin just saw all your body parts.
Yeah, cause I saw way
would
too
it
much.
Not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I saw way too much. And then her in turn can be like, well, we thought you beat this problem that you had. So it almost kind of feels like, they might need to be like,
let's just pray you recognize
each other
right
to get
away.
Right.
Let's pray you recognize it right away.
I'm sure he.
Like, you don't know.
I'm sure he had to. Like,
okay. All right. This is tough. This is tough.
Go ahead and tell the truth, man. Just do it.
That's where I'm leaning to.
Just open it up. That's a whole bag. Just open up the whole bag. Throw everything out.
But you gotta have a conversation with her first, right?
No.
You stand.
Here's how you could do it. You just tell the truth that, hey, I've been struggling watching porn. That's your truth.
Absolutely.
You don't have to bring her business into it. Then you could go and tell her later, hey, by the way, cuzzo, I saw you in the video. You probably didn't want me to see you in. You okay? Like, you need some money? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
You need some money.
But what if the thing is him? Because it's not just like he feels like he's gonna lose his job, right? Like that's what he said. So.
Well, yeah, that's the part that I was sticking with.
His family more than anything.
If you work for a place that if you come clean and say, hey, I'm struggling with such and such, and they totally destroy you and totally throw you to the curb, that's not a good place to be. I mean, it's a recovery center, right? So they should have stuff in place for leaders that are struggling, especially if you come clean with them. So I would hope that if you had somebody, they may you may have to chill with helping other people for a second until you figure it out. But
Yeah.
that they don't throw you completely to the side. I hope there's a culture, and this goes for every church. I remember in our church it was they had that issue too, because if you and Jeremiah, you remember this, if you messed up on a team at what's it called? Excellence. If you
I was about to say the name. I'm sorry. I almost messed y'all
it
up.
don't exist anymore, so we can say it.
Yeah.
If you messed up on a team at Destiny, you were sat down. Like, you were sat down. It was embarrassing. You couldn't do anything. Like, they made a big deal out of it.
Not really.
Yes.
You got sat down, but you could work behind the scenes.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still, especially if you work on a stage in front of the camera type thing.
Yeah,
it was very obvious that you weren't around. So a lot of people were afraid to come forward because they knew how embarrassing it would be if they came out with this. Depending on the leader you had, they made it a much bigger deal than it may have needed to be, right? So it caused some fear, and a lot of people just decided to hide their mess instead of come forward with it because they were embarrassed, right? So there needs to be some tweaks to leaders on how we handle that kind of stuff, because if somebody has the courage to come forward and tell you they're struggling, your goal shouldn't be to embarrass them. It should still be to make sure they're doing the right thing and get them where they need to be, but work with them to make sure it's not like something that's just devastating to their life. You know, I don't know exactly how to do that, because again, if you're on stage and you don't need to be on stage for a little while, it's gonna be obvious. But just some tweaks I think need to be done to that part, because too many people I know, they just decided to just, all right, I'm gonna deal with this on my own. I don't want to do it. I'm not trying to hide, but I ain't trying to get blasted out either. So we just gonna have to figure this out.
And when you take the rug out from underneath someone, that may cause them to stumble more. That may cause them to just give up and live that life no matter what. So you have to be delicate when you treat someone in that manner. And I think a lot of times we get it wrong. You know, we've had this happen on our team before, and we've had those people go away. And we're like, okay, so maybe we didn't say the right thing. Maybe we weren't comforting enough. And it hurts to think that you're pushing somebody further into a place where they felt like they didn't have, family that was holding them accountable or holding them up anyway. And it's like, oh, we hear what you're doing, but man, you can't be on stage next week. Go sit down somewhere. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's hard to think that you can take that you. It's hard. It's really hard, because I think that a lot of times we feel like Jesus is the only person that should really be able to, like, we should pull our ministry down from him, for him and him alone. And when you're,
I will say that if you were caught doing something and you're not repentant for it, you do need to be pulled down, because
that's different.
You're proving that you care more about your own pleasure than the people you're supposed to be trying to help. Because they shouldn't be hearing from you right now, because you're not doing a good job. So why are you helping them with their life if you ain't doing a good job? So that needs to happen. But I think if somebody has a genuine heart to say, hey, I'm having a tough time right now. Last night I watched porn, or last night I did this. I need help. I need somebody to help me. And if your leader is good enough, they should be able to handle that without you having to blow up everything in your life, right? So I think there is a difference. If you're unrepentant and you're a problem, hey, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna have to hurt, because you don't get it.
Yeah, and I definitely want to say that I think we definitely have to keep in mind that the enemy wants us to feel shame so that we don't admit these things. I mean, even though I'm about to veer off in a slightly different area, I'm just mentioning this because we've seen it so often. We heard more recently when people started struggling, they didn't go to the people that they were close to, were struggling with their relationship with Christ and their belief, until after they had already made their decision. And I think that's the same thing with these other things that people struggle with, is that people typically try to hide it because they're such a shame. And the thing is, if we go ahead and confess and admit it to someone that we can trust, and someone, if we do that, God is going to protect us. He's going to cover us. We admit that, and then we rob the devil or the enemy of taking that thing and shaming us, because we've already exposed it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think thinking about this more, you have to decouple your cousin from this situation. Your struggle is not the same as hers. She's going to have her own decision. She may not even care about this. You know what I mean? So that's a separate issue. You have to figure out why you slid back into this. There's something that is going on in your heart that's pulling you back to something that you know is detrimental to you, right? It should be clear by now. We've done this topic enough times that going down that road is detrimental to you, male or female. It's not helpful at all in any kind of way. It causes more stress and more strife, especially if you're a single person. It just is frustrating, right? So if you're going down that road that you know is deadly for you, why? What's doing that? That's where you have to tackle first. Is what am I not doing with God that's making that seem like it's an okay thing to fall, right? If there was a big hole in the ground and a 50-foot drop, you wouldn't be like, it's okay if I fall in there every now and then. No, you'd be like, yeah, I'm staying away from that completely because I know that's going to kill me. You know what I mean? So I think that needs to be dealt with first. And if you deal with that and you go to the people who love you, not just people that are just there, but people who love you and can help you, then if you want to talk to your cousin and say, hey, cousin, you've been lying to us. What's going on? I don't know her relationship with God. I'm assuming a lot to even think she would care about this conversation, but if she does, it may be a moment for you to say, hey, unfortunately, I haven't been doing well. I hope you don't think this is okay. Let's talk it through and help each other. This is who I went to. Maybe you could come and you can talk to them too, and we can figure this out. That may not go well. I don't know, but deal with your stuff first.
Oh, you said that won't go well.
She may not. I don't know her. She may not care.
The cousin may not want to be outed. To anybody, she may. She may think.
I think people always forget that the internet is like ongoing kind of thing, where it's like somebody's gonna catch you eventually of whatever you posting. So if something is in post that's your image, and I remember seeing documentaries where somebody was like, yo, whatever you do online, you put online, somebody's eventually gonna be like, yo, that's such and such. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's one of those things where sooner or later you're gonna get outed one way or another. So, but everything y'all said was 100, man. On 100, it's on 1,000.
Yeah,
totally easier said than done, right? Like, having to actually go and tell somebody this, it's embarrassing, right? How do you get the courage to go and admit something like this to somebody?
Yeah. Like, wait, what do you mean? Like, I saw you on?
No, not her. Forget her.
Just the whole. Okay. I thought you were talking about her. You talking about?
Yeah,
the gentleman.
Talking about you.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what you would tell them. I mean, I guess you go talk to whoever the first person that you probably need to see.
I mean, I think we also have to remember that we're not perfect people. Not in the sense of grace and excusing it, but in the sense of you're human. Things happen, and because I know, like, for me, different things have happened in my life, and I have beat myself up about it so bad that by the time you go to someone else, like, hey, I need help with this, or I'm going through this, like, they aren't thinking about the situation nearly as badly as you think they would. Some people actually have a heart to help you or would want to help you. But again, that's one of those things where, like, shame will put you in a box, or it will cause you to put yourself in a box, and you're beating yourself up. And all the people who really love you want to do is they want to know what's going on so that they can help you and you don't have to struggle through things alone.
Yeah. I think one of the things he mentioned too is that his family is aware he's had this problem in the past. So, he shouldn't feel guilt or shame going back to them and saying this is an ongoing thing. I've heard people say, and I don't want to say that this is true, but this is kind of the approach that you take with it. But once an addict, always an addict, and I don't want to believe that that's true, because I want to believe that there's deliverance for people through God. But when you treat something like, okay, it's like the sobriety chip. You get a chip every year you're sober, every 6 months or whatever, and then when you happen to fall, if you fall, you start over with a new sobriety chip, and then you have another goal that you have to work towards, right? And the whole time your family should be there standing beside you, loving you through the process. I mean, I've had to deal with that in my own personal family. So I really hope that that's how he sees it. This, if I talk to my family about it, they're gonna just love on me. Now that the recovery center, and that's a whole different situation, right? Because that's and he may make that decision for them. They may not have to make the decision for him. He can make that decision and say, you know what, God, I'm not ready to be on this stage. I'm not ready to be in front of these people. I want to go and do some other work where, you know, I can hear your voice a little bit more clearly, and you can focus and work on me. So that's what I'm thinking. He could also, you know.
Here's the question. Here's the question. If this wasn't your cousin in this thing, would you have stopped? It seems like the only thing that's prompting you to even stop watching
and talk
porn
about it
is because of your cousin. So by the grace of God, she was in this thing, because you may not even want it to stop. You know what I mean? Seriously.
By the grace of God.
Yeah. And also the other thing is, I would make sure that I'm not seeing her as doing something worse than what I'm doing. God sees you and her as the same. You guys are both engaged in pornography, and neither side of it is right. So I wouldn't look at her as like, oh, we have to deal with this, you know, like her thing is worse. Like your thing is just as bad. So make sure you're seeing yourself correctly during this, to not make it seem like, you know, she's in a real trouble. I'm okay, but she's in real, you know, it's the same.
Yeah. The book of Romans really helps with that. I've been going through that with some of my sisters. And Rehoboth, Jacksonville, Preserved at the Well. And we've been talking about the book of Romans, and we just talked about that last week about, you know, no sin being greater than the other, but how sometimes people will be like, you know, they'll see it and they'll say it, but it's because it makes them feel better about the sin they're doing. Yeah. And that's a way for them to excuse it. So I totally agree. I do have to say that in both the situations, both the noteworthies that was spoken about today, the main thing is for the main person to look at themselves first. It's all about dealing with yourself first, because a lot of times we look outward and we want to help other people. And even with the sister, with the first situation, you know, you have to look at the perspective that that's your brother, but, you know, you got to pull back from that a little bit. And then he has to look at himself. So I think at the end of the day, we kind of got to just go back to our roots and look at myself, look at yourself. What can I do better? What do I need to work on? You know, what do I need to work through?
Yeah.
So cut off access too.
So Kenneth was asking in the chat, what's worse, doing it or watching it? That's my point. They're both the same. God sees you watching it, lusting after it, as doing it.
Mm-hmm.
He sees it as the same thing. He said, if you lust with her after your eyes, you are having sex with her. You are doing it. So there is no difference in your heart. Right. And that's what he cares about, is what your heart is doing.
That's true.
You should cut off access too. I don't know if Covenant Eyes is available, you know, overseas, but definitely cut off the access. Use apps or, you know, software like Covenant Eyes, where it actually scans your screen. I mean, it's not like the old days where it was just, if you go to a website, it'll pick up the website. This scans your screen now, and sends screenshots, you know, to your accountability partner if you have one. So I would definitely say get an accountability partner along with everything else that's been said, and then cut off your physical ability to actually even get to it, and get some therapy. That's also a way to go, to get some therapy from somebody who's not involved as well, and who's a professional.
So
if somebody's watching this real quick and they're saying, why should I get therapy for a porn addiction? What would be the reason? Why would you tell them to give therapy?
So I think porn, man, it is like any other sin. It is destructive. But you know, this also hurts other people. So I had a porn addiction before I got married, pulled it into my marriage. And one day my wife, she picks up my phone, and this is like 10 years ago, something like that. But she picks up my phone, and it wasn't even porn. It was pornographic, right? Cause I don't label things as just porn, being naked people doing a sexual act. Going on IG and seeing Instagram models and particular poses or whatever, to me is pornographic imagery. Yeah. So anything you can do to stay away from all of that, is beneficial, but also I think getting help, what it does is it helps you to identify who else you could be hurting. For me, it was, I almost ended my marriage because of it. And, I had to be honest and go to, marriage counseling and be honest about what I was doing. And the reasons, like what you said earlier, the reasons behind that really driving why you're doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? So you can get down to the bottom of it. So I don't know if he's married or not, if he's single. But there are even being single, there are still a lot of areas where this is going to affect his life, his work. Hopefully they're a Christian-based organization. If not, the response might be different. So there might not be as much grace involved. But I would definitely say get help and cut off the ability to even get to it.
Yeah, and I think there has to be a change of mindset, because some people they're around people who don't even think this is wrong. Mm-hmm. And that battle of, man, is this even wrong, will get you caught up. It is wrong. Stop talking to people who don't think it's wrong. Stop watching stuff that doesn't think it's wrong, because it'll seep into your heart and make you be like, is it really that bad? Not that bad. Every guys do this. This is a guy thing. No, it's not. It's not. So get that out your heart real quick, because if you have any remnants of that in there, you're going to keep falling.
Yeah, and I can also say that I've heard from several different perspectives. So like I said, I listened to several people online, and I recently went to a singles conference, which I thought I'd never go to, but it was the best thing ever, because this was the most honest conversation that I've ever had and heard. And I've heard things like allowing porn into your life, even as a single person, I don't want to say corrupt, but it does kind of corrupt your thought. It makes you expect something from the person that is possibly unattainable. It's something you saw on TV or however you saw it. And then it's not even a realistic expectation of that person. And you start to see that person, objectify that person. And then your love for them is not as authentic as it should be, because you're always tying your love to whether or not they're able to meet the need of what you saw in the pornographic imagery. And things like that. And it just it could be very, very destructive, and a lot of people don't see it as that, because like you said, they tend to say, oh, this is a guy thing. The world tells you it's a guy thing, but we know that it's not, and we know that it has other ways that it can destroy you in your life. So
yeah, man. I see some really good conversations happening. Again, Noteworthy is open. Go to trackstarz.com/Noteworthy if you want to send in an anonymous. We have no idea who this person is, but I think everybody's answers here and all the comments online hopefully will give them some insight on what they should be doing. Again, this is just godly counsel, right? We're just counselors, but you still have to, I think at some point you still have to seek people who actually know you. We don't know you. We don't know your struggles. Can't tell if you're lying. You know what I mean? But the people in your life that love you, they can tell when you're exaggerating, lying, trying to make yourself look better, leaving out details, like those are the people who are around you can pick out more than strangers online can. So make sure you still take this to people you trust and can walk you through it. So anyway, you're in the field with the Trackstarz. Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Lego.
You're in the field with the Trackstarz, running with the Trackstarz. Tracking with the Trackstarz. In the Trackstarz Universe. Ooh, stay on track with us.
All right, back in the field with the Trackstarz. Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. What's good?
All right, make sure you check out Nectar Distribution. Nectar has the opportunity to put you in the driver's seat of your music, making sure that you get out to all the popular digital outlets, over 200 plus digital outlets, including Spotify, Pandora, Apple, you name it. You have your music out there and the world can hear it. Make sure you check out nectardistro.com today, all right?
You know what time it is? I knew you were about to say something, Sean. Oh, okay. All right, man. You know what time it is? It's the battle, man. Line for line, Chris Brown, Jordan Armstrong. I missed the people saying, "Oh yeah," in the chats. I think because we saying now early, so. But yeah, I missed that. So, all right. So of course, remember this is a new track. This new line for line. Sean has picked all of Chris Brown's songs. We're going back to our original format, which is, Sean is like, I gotta beat Sean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm 1-0 so far. It seems like. Right?
I know, and that was very upsetting last week. So, all right, man. So let's get
first of all, DJ lost a foul. I don't think I can win this one. We'll see.
Well, DJ. Well, here's the thing. DJ Lost and Found just told us he hasn't listened to Chris Brown since it's
praise God for that.
Running. So thank God. Yeah. So we may have two Mr. Vote Christians today. So that may be in my favor, Sean. You never know. All right. All right, man.
Who's the other?
The views and opinions of Trackstarz Universe are the views and opinions of the artist, label, producer, and not the views of the artist, label, producer, and others. If you feel confident about this, please press that now. If you're a person who likes Christian music, this ain't your cup of tea. We understand. You have videos, topics you can go check out. We're not copying any other battle format. We've been doing this since the 2000s. Jordan Armstrong is not the Christian version of anybody. It's just a bit. All right. So here we go. We're gonna start off. You know what, Sean? I realize. I think if we're gonna go back, I'm gonna let you just go and just.
Yeah, man. All right, we'll do it. All right, here we go. Y'all ready?
You were talking about Mache, the other vote Christian.
I'm gonna say what I done did.
All right, here we go.
See.
This is gonna be a wash. Y'all ready?
Okay.
Chris Brown, Deuces.
For the birds, you ain't nothing but a vulture. Always hoping for the worst, waiting for me to. You'll regret the day when I find another girl, yeah. They know just what I need, she know just what I mean. When I tell her keep it drama free.
Okay.
What you got?
Okay, sir. All right, I'm going with this is Jordan Armstrong. Drive Me Crazy. Here we go.
Back, you can see the sky, see the sky, see the sky. Oh yeah, no matter what I do, keep me feeling unblue. Like finding money in a sofa. I'm feeling lucky like a four-leaf clover. Lord, you drive me crazy, drive me crazy. Oh yeah, you drive me crazy. And no matter what I do, I just can't get enough of you. You drive me crazy.
Ooh, what y'all talking about? What are you talking about, my man? What up? Jordan Armstrong, Drive Me Crazy, Deuces, Create Breezy. What y'all going with?
Right.
Hey, go DJ. That's my DJ. Go DJ. Jordan Armstrong.
Ooh.
Okay.
Lost and Found.
I'm going Breezy. That song is
Welcome
epic.
to the
I don't know if I
dark
should
side,
like it still, but that song is too epic.
It's nice, yeah. Mache.
Just one moment. Just want to remind you guys that super chats have the same weight as everyone here in the panel.
She always remind me. I totally forget to say that. Thank you, Mache.
You're welcome. I'll be putting it in the chat in a moment. Also, I'm gonna go with Jordan Armstrong. Yes, Christian girls do love R&B.
Album out right now. Christian
And I
Girls
am
Love
saved.
R&B.
With my fake hair.
You're a Christian girl. You know what I'm saying? We got one for Jordan. Super chat. Thank you.
Got a super chat for Jordan. Man, that was a good one, Jeremiah. I like it. It didn't sound as well mixed. But I did like what he did with it. But I'm gonna lean towards Chris Brown. Another super chat for Jordan. So what's that
Jordan.
now?
Four.
So what you got?
I got Jordan.
So that's 3, 4, 5 for Jordan versus 2 for Chris Brown.
I think online though, he said Damo said Chris Brown online, so that would be 3 to 5, which means Jordan got one. Jordan got one.
Close the door.
Jordan got one.
Was that Jordan or was that T-Pain though?
That was Jordan.
Sound like T-Pain.
Why you hating, man? Come on.
Oh, the shade.
Don't be like that, brother. All right. So one on the board. Jordan is on you, my friend.
Okay, I don't agree with that. But this next one, there's no way. There's no way you have something this good. This is Pills and Automobiles. Let's go.
You out of line, why you waste my time? I'm trying to smoke, trying to get high. See it in my eye. I know she playing both sides. That telling lies. But my give her a high. She down for the ride. Them hating, kill the vibe. Live your life. Bad, this Hawaii. Umbrella with ice. 10 bad on my side. Make them on my wife. Smoking on the finest ganja. She like China White. Popping all these pills. She said she used to it. She wanna go way up.
What you got,
Sean?
man?
You got DJ.
All right, this is Jordan Armstrong. Can't. Here we go. All right, that was Jordan Armstrong Can't versus Chris Brown's Pills and Automobiles. All right, what y'all got?
Righteous.
Yo, you know what I'm realizing? I'm realizing that Jordan has a better voice than Chris Brown, in my opinion.
That's not hard to realize.
Yeah, it's just
Chris Brown ain't never been accused of being like the best singer in the world.
He can sing though.
That's crazy.
That's some other accusations, not that.
He can sing though.
Anyway,
Wow.
I'm gonna go Jordan again.
Lost.
He's a bit more vibey in my opinion.
Man, I liked what both of them did on their individual tracks. Never heard that from Chris, so I thought that was a different style that I'd never heard from him. That was dope. And then also Jordan, that was smooth, man. So I'm going to use my toss and plead the fifth.
Good man. Good man.
That's not Christian with the Chris Brown super chat. That's hilarious.
Oh, that's not Christian.
That's not Christian, guys.
Did all four of y'all come together on that conclusion?
Right.
Is somebody speaking out for the team?
I think you did a great job on that one, Jeremiah. I'm gonna toss that one. I think you did a good job. That was good.
Two toss, okay.
I'm going Jordan.
Sure. All right. I could toss right here, but there's so much stuff coming. I'll give it to Jordan. It's 4.
So that's 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1. I guess it don't matter who wins on
the universe say.
It's a conspiracy.
I don't know, quote. I do not know.
I did. How did Chris Brown not win the first one? He lost. All right, Jordan won that one, 85%. So Jordan is up 2-0.
This is not right. Okay. All right.
Round 3.
Fine. Next up, Fine China.
We can take it slow. Or act like you're my girl. Let's skip the basics. Whoa, no. He's so replaceable. You're worth the chase, you're good enough. It's alright. I'm not dangerous when you're mine.
All right. I see you, Shantana.
What you
All right,
got?
man. This is Jordan Armstrong. My God. Let's go.
You're riding with me when the times get low. So I be on a mission till your plan I go. And I can tell you vibe with me. You protect me from every weapon. And every lesson there's a blessing. And there's a reason why I'm rapping. Hold on, wait a second, let me brag on my God. Hear the truth, yeah, ain't just showing off. Yeah, I promise he never took a loss. If I'ma tell it, I gotta tell it all. Wait a second, let me brag on my God. Hear the truth, I ain't just telling y'all.
What y'all trying to do with Jordan Armstrong, son?
Okay.
My
I see
God
you.
versus
I
Fine
see you.
China. What y'all want? Y'all got
Ryan.
John,
Yeah.
Y'all use your toss already.
When you gonna bring it, Sean? When you gonna bring it?
About these?
When you gonna bring it? When you gonna bring it?
These are hits.
Snap.
These are hits.
You need me to sub in for you next week? Is that what you mean?
These are hits. These are hits. You want me to play?
Son.
Son. That's what you waiting for.
Listen. Son, listen. Let me take Chris Brown's budget and give it to Jor'dan. Boy, we will shock the world. Anyway, Jor'dan again, man. I can't vote false on here.
All right, lost.
Listen, I'm gonna grade it as a DJ. As a DJ,
there you go.
Listen, I love Jordan Armstrong's #1 chart-topping song on the radio, right?
Yeah.
But Chris, nah, I that is going to Chris, because if I put that on at a wedding or something, that's going crazier than Jordan. So I got to go with Chris.
My God, is playing on R&B stations right now.
So you talking about at a Christian wedding? You think? Never mind.
You're probably right though.
Listen, it's like playing Mike.
Yeah,
that was Mike.
Folks
Basically,
would be like, let me brag on Michael
Jackson. Yeah,
that's Michael
you
Jackson.
can't beat Mike. I just thought the production was a little bit better with Chris, because there was a lot going on, but it still pulled it off. So I'm definitely with Chris.
All right, Michelle, what you got?
That ain't my DJ.
Okay, so I'm going. Actually, this one was a little tough, but I'm going with the way both went. And so I feel like DJ Jeremiah came in strong, but I feel like Sean went out strong. So I'm going with Chris.
D Breezy.
Yeah, DJ Jeremiah's real name is Chris. So go ahead. That's good. We'll take that vote. We will take it.
That was another good one, Jeremiah. I thought that was really strong.
He is brown. Yes, he's a brown guy.
I thought that was really strong, but it was almost there. I'm gonna go Chris on that still. I'm still go Chris on it.
All right. It's so much coming, man.
Tell the truth.
I don't want to talk
this
like this.
line for line.
Jeremiah, we got this, bro. Don't even be nervous. Just do it.
I'll say this, man.
What you really think, man? Did I get you?
Yeah, I think you did. By Ed. My God is good, though.
It's like
My
right,
God is the hottest record out
right
right now.
There. It's not
right there.
It's like an inch.
And you know what? That I broke the tie because it was 4-4. So I broke the tie. Oh, another Chris Brown quote came in. All right, so that means Chris Brown took round 3.
All right, we still in it.
Board.
Still in it. All
Right,
right,
on the board. All right, Sean, let's go.
I'm gonna get Ryan back on my side. Ready? Look at me now.
Trying to go 7 rounds.
Yellow model kid, yellow bottle sipping, yellow Lamborghini, yellow top missing. Yeah, that shit look like a toupee. I get what you get in 10 years, in 2 days. Ladies love me, I'm on my cool J. If you get what I get, what would you say? She was all off, Mr. Miyagi, and them suicide doors, Ari Kari. Look at me now, look at me now, oh.
Ooh.
What you got?
Ooh, that was Look At Me Now, Chris Breezy. This is Jordan Armstrong. Swerve, let's go.
And that's what it is. Bite my tongue, to say the least. All they do is bar, but I'm a dog off the leash. When it comes to this music, what I do for peace. I'm a button guy, cause every day I fight the beat. Riding around in that old Capri, in the dirty south, just act so pretty. God told me that I'd be me when I was making beats on that old motif. I feel like I could say the word 1,000 times. God bless me so I can shine. One hard, but this all the time. Swerve.
Word.
Wow.
What we doing?
Okay.
Jeremiah, you won me, son. You won me on that one.
Shout out the Black Knight.
On that one. Son.
Shout out the Black Knight.
I've known you longer. I was on my way back, but then Jeremiah kept me right there on that middle
Buster
ground.
verse, you would have been over here. Go ahead, Ryan.
Buster made that song, yo.
Yeah, I saw
Chris Brown.
Yeah.
It was cool that you were there, but Buster made that song.
I saw Busta Rhymes do that live or like a Hot 97 clip. He killed that.
Dude.
All right, Ryan, what you got?
I'm leaning with my DJ.
Swerve? You going with Swerve? Okay.
Swerve.
DJ Lost and Found.
Okay. So I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like either song, to be honest. and I didn't like Chris's song back when I heard it when it was out. But just off of things being equal and which one I'd rather play or even just give a listen to, I'm gonna go with DJ. Chris. I'm gonna go with Chris.
Breezy.
What?
Oh.
Wait.
Going with Chris.
Wait, bruh. You mean to tell me that swerving side to side at a party, at a Christian hip hop party or whatever,
maybe
ain't gonna
in
get the people
03?
going?
Maybe in 03?
03.
Yes.
Came out at the same time.
But I'm not, that's what I'm saying. All things equal, I just think Chris's is a little bit better song.
Okay.
We're going to be so happy to be out of quarantine. We're going to be swerving all over that church.
All right.
Well,
did you go, Michelle?
I did not. Can't play Swerve in public because of that first Noteworthy, but I'm going with Swerve, and I'll play it at home.
Wait.
It was a clap for me.
You gonna start twerking on Swerve?
But they clap?
Not necessarily, but I just don't want to be tempted.
Just do it at the house. Do it at the house.
Exactly.
Right?
I don't want to be
Exactly.
So you can pick Swerve.
And then I'll call my accountability partner.
No, you got to reserve it for the house.
Why don't you call him while you swerving?
I probably will. Ashley, that's going to be in our wedding night training.
Okay. Pardon me. I keep looking over here because we have a church group me and somebody got in and just started cussing. Like what the?
A church group me?
Our church group me. Somebody added somebody new and they just came in and started cussing like F y'all.
Blazing.
I was like, yo, what is going on?
Somebody got to go. Delete.
He found somebody's phone.
I guess he's still going too. I think I'm gonna have to go Swerving, even though I think the horns were like almost like they were like 2% too annoying, but it still sounded good overall. So I'm gonna go. You got me on that one, Jeremiah.
There you go. Honestly, I like Swerve. It does have that remnants of Big Sean song. I can't say the name of the song because it's very expensive. But I will say, look at me now. The production of it, honestly, what would be a good matchup for Look at Me Now? Triple E's 116. That's a good blend for DJs out there. Them two blend very well together. So I am going to say, Sean, you won me over.
So we crossed. Okay, that's cool.
We crossed. So you know what I mean. I just thought it felt Swerve was good, but it was just noisy to me. Like it was very active.
That's what I was saying. It's a little bit annoying, but it sounded big. It sounded bigger than. I never really liked Look at Me Now, honestly.
Yeah. But Busta does make that song. I think that was the reinsurgence of Busta Rhymes. Look at Me Now came out. So, but with that being said, 4-2, we in this thing, baby.
Mm-hmm. Come on, I need round 7.
3.
Wait a minute, is this the last round?
Michelle, no, we got 2 more. Michelle, if we win one more, baby girl, we don't need no round 7.
Because Sean, there's one Chris Brown song that will win me over instantly, and I don't know if you know it.
It don't matter. Next up,
I'll tell you.
It's definitely not this one because it ain't fast. Beautiful people. People was playing that in church. You know what I'm saying? I saw that on the video screen in church one time. Go ahead.
That makes beautiful sense. People in church. We're beautiful people in church. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta have love. And then Jordan Armstrong is so in love. Let's go.
Cause you take me higher. It's what I desire. Yeah. No. So I don't care.
Beautiful people, not good looking people.
Yeah, I'm so in love with
you. DJ lost the face. DJ lost the face. You okay, bro?
Are you crying?
I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling.
That's the house. That's that Jersey
The house.
The
Yeah.
house. They
House.
don't know about that. That's what I was telling some dude the other day. I was like, yo, the dude yesterday was playing at my job. He playing some house music. I was like, yo, that's y'all drum. That's y'all bass music. For us, that's considered y'all bass music. You know what I'm saying?
Love it.
Miami and Atlanta, but that's our house music for Jersey. But all right, man. So in love, Jordan Armstrong, Chris Brown, beautiful people, not good looking people. And what's the name? But thank y'all for helping us out. But who y'all got?
Righteous.
Toss.
Really?
You didn't want to go for C Breezy? I think deep down you do.
Nah.
Okay. Lost.
Man, I'm going with Jordan because I think Chris has the way bigger song, but I think as far as production wise, I think that was a point in time when R&B artists and rappers were trying to understand how to do house, and it just wasn't quite there.
Yeah.
But I think Jordan, he accomplished it. So I got to go with Jordan on that one.
Shay.
Joe.
Trying to think. See, kind of remind me of Q102 in Philly way back in the day. But I can't really decide. So
that was your old life, Michelle. That was your old life.
Yeah, it was my old life. Yeah, wow, down the shore. Yeah, I'm gonna toss this one.
Toss, Michelle with the toss.
Okay. I think you got me, Jeremiah. I will say though that the mix wasn't as good on Jordan's. Chris sounded cleaner, but I liked the production on Jordan's better.
Right.
When I was listening back to Beautiful People, I loved that song when it came out, but it don't got enough to the production. It's missing something, especially up next to Jordan's song. So I got Jordan.
Wow.
Jeremiah.
I'm shocked. Jesus, Jordan online too.
That was a good one.
I was gonna go for Beautiful People.
Wow. Okay.
And the reason why is that I feel like I remember first hearing that song, I was like, oh wow. And I'm a pop head. So people who don't really know, I love pop music. So that song was like, wow. I love the song Love too, but I just feel like it's just a beautiful song.
It is. I love Beautiful People, but when listening to that clip up next to Jordan's clip, I think Lost is right. Like the production is good, but it's just not. It don't have enough character to it.
Finished.
Yeah, it don't sound finished.
Wow.
But it's a great song. But I think Jordan's a monster.
Yeah, man.
He's a monster.
Wow. So Someone Love took that round, which means it is 4-1 going into round 6. Come on, Sean.
All right.
Come on,
all right,
man.
Sean, you got one chance with me.
Yeah, I don't know what you want, man. This one is gonna be unbeatable.
Sean, you know which one I'm talking about because I told you about it right after I met Chris Brown.
I have no idea what you're talking about. All right,
okay.
Here we go. Loyal.
Rolling up that by Molly, I'm a rockstar. She wanna do drugs, smoke, get drunk. She wanna see him trap, and I bet she love all the rap. When I reach the want you, baby, and your mood can't do nothing for you, nothing, no. These girls ain't loyal, no they ain't. Whoa.
What you got, Jeremiah?
All right.
That's a big one.
That was Loyal. Yeah, that's right. Dano 475 said, if you don't hear nothing from Blessed or 5-2 weeks of summer, we rioting. Y'all ain't gonna have to riot, baby. No, nah. Here we go.
You is or you ain't, or no? Like the homies in the bay. I can't think of no better. Hold up, what you think? You know better. Then he stack my chips with cheddar. So there's money in the fame. I cannot be down if you're not around me. I cannot be found if you're not around me. Sometimes I mess up and do things the wrong way. I stay around you cause
All right. That was No Nah. Jordan Armstrong versus Loyal. Chris Breezy. Right now.
You okay?
All right, Lost and Found, do the right thing. He gave you a shout out.
Want me to start it off?
Oh, it's on you, Ryan. You know how this goes.
Yeah, no, I'm just giving Giving Lost a heads up.
I'm with you.
I
I'm with
heard
you,
that
Ryan.
shout out from Jordan. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jordan on this one.
Yeah, I know the choice.
Lost.
That was Jordan is strong. Jordan's strong. But I'm going Chris because I ain't loyal.
Yeah, you're not loyal. You're not. That man said, shouted you out in his song, and you still went against him. Okay.
Michelle.
Waiting on the royalties.
Well, I'm a very saved woman of God, and I am very loyal. But I am going with Jor'dan.
There you go, Michelle.
Okay, I got you. I think that was good, Jeremiah. I think it sounded good. I think the simplicity of Chris's song helped him a little bit here, though. The melody was clean, it was simple, and it was portrayed a little bit like if I was gonna pick like a classic song, Loyal sounds a little more classic than No Nah sounds good, but Loyal sounds like, oh, this song had to exist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stick with Chris, but I'm curious, Ryan, what did you want me to play?
It was Chris Brown featuring Lil Wayne. Give me that.
Give me that. Nah, bro.
That was his early 2000s stuff. Sean stayed away from all his 2000s stuff. You know, that would have been a problem.
That was around the time I met him.
That would have been a problem for me, Sean, if you'd have did his 2000 stuff. When I saw the list,
no, because
okay.
The way I do it, man, I don't care. Like when Jeremiah usually did these battles, he would try and pick one from this and one from. I don't care. I'm trying to pick the stuff that sounded best. I don't care when you did it. It could all be on one album. I don't care at all. What's the songs that I think are unbeatable? And that's what I went with. The early songs sounded good, but they didn't sound unbeatable to me.
Got you.
Okay.
You won me over. I like Loyal a little bit more better. But the problem is it's a 3-3 tie.
Oh, so wait, are you the tiebreaker?
No, I tie it up.
You tie it up even with everybody online?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because we already got the online vote. Online vote was Jordan.
Even with the super
Chat?
chat?
It was no super chats. We didn't have no super chat for this song.
Oh, really?
Nope.
I thought I
So
saw
that is a wash, ladies and gentlemen.
So what's the overall?
The king is back. 4-1 Jordan.
Yo, good job, man. Good job. There's a round 7 if you're official universe.
What's up,
so
your boy Scott Free repping.
If
Shout out to Scott Free.
If you go over to trackstarz.com/official and sign up, you'll get access to round 7, which we'll do after the show ends. But I will say, just in case you're confused, I love Jor'dan. Jor'dan is an amazing artist. He's helped people on our team. He worked with Rick Sincere on his album. He's been in studio. We've had him on the show, so we love Jor'dan. He's legit one of those musical geniuses, musical genius. He's written a lot of songs that you don't know about. He's given away songs that he should have kept for himself, honestly.
And he's dope with the acting too.
He's an amazing artist, man. So go support Jor'dan Armstrong, a real talented dude. Super.
I forgot to say this on Entertainment Report. His new album, Christian Girls Love R&B, came in at number 1 when it first dropped. So shout out to him, man. And then it's on R&B, not like Christian R. It's Christian R&B, but it's not on like the Christian side.
Yeah,
on
the charts.
iTunes.
Yeah.
It was R&B.
He's a legit good dude. Like if you sit down with him, he shares his knowledge. He's generous with his songs. Like he's just a good dude all around.
I like the comments. One comment, Kenneth said, "That's what you get for last week, Sean."
Kenneth been mad at me for 2 weeks. I don't know what I did. He keeps saying default.
I think the truth and Kanye kind of had him the wrong way. We still doing the Truth and Jay-Z catalog too. I do want to do some more. Of course, it's Women's Month, and going forward, we do want to put more women in the mix as well. So y'all have some comments from female rappers, singers, whatever. You know what I mean? One, I do want to do Adele and Lauren Daigle. We're going to do that one.
And just so you know, even though jeez.
Well, we ain't gonna be doing that one. When you gonna be off, Ryan? I mean,
but just so you know, I'm doing my best with these. I'm sending him songs I really think are unbeatable. But don't get confused. I hope I lose. I mean, I really do hope I lose.
Come on, man, you can't tell the secret sauce.
No, but I'm serious. I really hope he can beat me. But I'm sending songs that I don't think he can beat. You see what I'm saying? That's the goal. So We'll see. We won one so far. We won one.
Okay, I see Merc. We did Merc
Oh
before.
yeah.
She was
Speaking
really
of
good.
women, I'm sorry.
Who you got?
Speaking of women, happy belated birthday to Wanda.
Yeah,
snap.
yeah, one day.
Hey,
Yeah,
one day.
she won. Shout out to her, man. Yeah.
All right, y'all. You in the field with the Track Stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Oh, wait, before we go, DJ Lost and Found, tell them how they can support and follow you.
Yeah, y'all can follow me on all social media platforms at DJ Lost, the letter N Found, or my preferred place is my website, djlostandfound.com, spelled the same way, DJ Lost, the letter N Found.com, and support my newest single, Avenue, featuring Dayton and Shawan, that's out now on all social media platforms, all streaming platforms, YouTube, run it up. Love y'all. Thank you.
Awesome, man.
Yeah,
All
man.
right.
Great to have you, man.
Go over to
Thank
the
you.
official
Thank you, sir.
Trackstarz Universe. You in the field. Let's go.
Now, I'm in the field with Trackstarz right now. I had a blessed time. Hopefully, you guys are listening. If you're not, then you're losing.